Hey, bro. Over the past year, I've lost around 20 pounds. As the title say, pretty much eating whatever the hell I want. I eat pasta, pizza, homemade pizzas, of course, and pretty much whatever I want. A very high carb diet without worrying too much about proteins, about macros, about all those tracking, all everything. And I did that with a mix of fasting, something that I like to call hybrid fasting. So a mix between eating. Some days I eat one meal a day, and some days I do maybe a lighter, more flexible version of an intermittent fasting, right? In this video, I want to break down exactly what I did over the past year, a little bit of the mistakes that I've made, and how I adjusted my workouts, my way of thinking to be able to lose that weight. I still have a long way to go. I still have a lot of weight that I want to lose, but if you have tried a bunch of different things already and nothing quite worked out for you, I suggest you give this a shot and see what you're going to think about it, okay? Don't write something off just because it's something that sounds a little bit weird, sounds a little bit extreme. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. Um, and the results are actually pretty good, pretty solid, right? I've tried every single type of diet that you can imagine before, and that never really worked for me until I tried this. So, first thing is I want to explain exactly what I mean by hybrid fasting, right? Because I think I thrown this term on Google and on YouTube, and it's just people saying about like different styles of fasting. What I mean by that is that throughout the week, you're going to have different kind of schemes, different like models that you're going to follow that all involve some sort of fasting. So, what I do exactly is I eat right now one meal a day during the week. So Monday to Friday, I have a job, 9 to 5, I have to commute, all that stuff, all that good stuff. I eat one meal a day, which is dinner, which I'm gonna do after I finish recording this video. And during the weekends, I have a little bit more flexibility. So I'm usually going to eat a later breakfast because I love breakfast, and dinner, and maybe like a coffee in between, like a nice coffee, like a Starbucks coffee, like a coffee that has cream and sugar and all those nice little things. I'm gonna go to an independent local coffee shop and have a matcha latte while I drink a book. Uh, and I used to do that before it was called performative. So you can't come after me for that shit, okay? I'm not reading feminist literature. I'm not. I'm reading manly books. So that's pretty much what my week looks like right now, and it's something that I've built myself to be able to get to. I didn't just cold turkey got into one meal a day. Uh, First, I started like cutting lunch, and then I cut breakfast, and I already had some experience with fasting before. I did a few like 24-hour fasts once in a while. I tried doing a little bit like 16-hour fast, that the way that people usually do intermittent fasting. And I played with a little bit with that before. I kind of liked it already, but I built myself up to get to this point that I am right now. Uh, and I don't recommend that you just go cold turkey, because the chances of you just getting fucking furiously hungry and blowing that shit up after a week is really easy, okay? Second thing that was very important to me was the workouts. Because if you're eating one meal a day, if you have a very big calorie deficit, you cannot expect to keep the same weights. You cannot expect to keep getting stronger. You cannot expect to keep all the muscle that you've built. There's going to be, if you have a lot of weight to lose, man, it's going to be a little bit of muscle loss, right? I've been going to the gym for years. And I think I always had this mental block of actually going in and embracing a hard cut because I was afraid of losing the muscle that I've built. So what I did with the workouts for the a good 6 months when I started this whole thing was that I've cut my workouts down to 2 workouts a week, and I would hit maybe full body 2 times a week, or yeah, no, that's what I did, full body 2 times a week, and that was pretty good. I was able to maintain most of my muscle mass from when I started. Maybe lost like, I don't know, 2, 4 pounds, something like that. Less than 5 pounds was muscle. I was able to keep a lot of it while still even progressing in some exercises. Calisthenics got a lot better. And now just very, very recently, I've ramped up the 3 workouts a week because I'm a lot more used to this, the hunger and how it feels like to be in a big deficit. And I started completely changing it, going back to my roots, going back to like when I first started working out, it was a One Punch Man workout, man, on my bedroom, and I would do the push-ups, scared of my mom walking in, and when she walked in, I would just have to, pretend I was just checking something on the floor, some stupid shit like that. So now I've been incorporating a lot of high rep calisthenics with that like half wrapping style of training because I've been looking into it and it's interesting and I like it. I think the workouts people stress too much about it. Just find a style of working out that you like and that you can keep consistency with. Like there's no law. There's no like you're not gonna be hit by lightning from God if you decide that it's like, oh, I don't want to hit legs 2 times a week. I'm just gonna do it once. Oh, I don't want to do squats with a barbell. I'm just going to do like Bulgarian split squats, or I'm just gonna do body weight like high volume squats. There's no rule for that shit, man. Just like find the workout type that you like the most, whatever that may be, and just stick with it. And maybe reduce the volume at the beginning so you don't get too fatigued and you don't have any problems with the recovery. Okay. And the third thing that was also very important for me was this just complete acceptance of hunger. I don't know fucking why. There was this whole thing. People are afraid to be hungry. There was this whole thing. It was always a thing in the fitness space of like how to lose weight without feeling hungry. How to lose weight without like the suffering of losing. It's like, dude, if you think about it with me for a second here. Okay, let's think about it. How the fuck are you going to reduce your body mass? How the hell are you going to use these stores of energy in your body, right? The fat, the stored energy of your body. How the fuck do you expect to use that without being hungry? The hunger is your body being like, I don't want to use the stored fat. Give me more calories. So it's like you have to accept that you will be hungry. It's a cut for fuck's sake, man. It's like, so stop being afraid of feeling hungry. Think of the hunger at the beginning. You can think of it as a payment. You're paying for the years and years of bad decisions when it comes to food. So now you have to be hungry to pay for that shit. Like the hunger is a signal that your body is working to burn all that fat. And with time, you're going to start enjoying it. You're going to start kind of enjoying the feeling of being a little bit hungry because it gives you a bit of an edge. It's like imagine a primal man, like a medieval knight, and he had to go to battle and he was kind of hungry. It's like, just imagine, it's like, man, we had to go and we had to loot the enemy. We have to win this battle and pillage the city so I could fucking eat something. Or it's like, oh, I have to go after that animal, that wild animal, and hunt it so I can eat it. So it's like that hunger is a good thing. It's something that we always had to, it's like a very natural thing to do. Like not eating for a day. The only people that think that shit's crazy, not eating for a full day, are people nowadays, right? And that's something that we have to get into as well. Like you're only going to succeed when you do this only if you accept the fact that people are going to think you're kind of weird. And that's fucking good, man. Look at the people out there. Look at how most of the normies are, the NPCs. Like, it's not a joke that it's like the internet people call them NPCs. It's like, it's kind of a cringe term, I guess, to say, but it's like, dude, look at how most people live their lives. It's like two brain cells at most. You don't need much more than that to live your normal life. Look at the things that people believe in, that people do, the choices that they make. So it's like when normal people find you weird, that's a pretty fucking good sign, okay? And you have to kind of embrace that weirdness. You're going to be seen as this like, at work, people are going to be like, why the fuck does that guy never eat? Have you guys ever seen that guy eating? What's up with him? Why is he, you're going to hear like, I have no idea how you do it. And I was like, man, I'm just kind of doing, just kind of built different. What can I do? And it's nothing because I'm built different. I said that to a coworker once. He was just laughing, and I was like, nah, I'm just joking. You get used to it. But it's like, You make yourself different. You're not necessarily built different from the get-go. You're not chosen or anything. That's not a real thing. I don't believe in that. I don't believe you're chosen by fate or some shit like that. You make yourself different. You make yourself exceptional by the choices and the habits that you cultivate and the virtues that you embody. So you have to be willing to be seen as weird, and you have to be very patient because you most likely will make a lot of mistakes, right? You're going to make a lot of mistakes as part of the process. As much as I can share the mistakes that I've made over the years, over that year, and all the things that I did wrong, and I plan to do that in a different video. You're going to have to make your own mistakes because sometimes, and I think a lot of times, right? There's a big difference between knowing something and understanding something. It's the thing. I'm gonna give you the example that like most of you guys will understand what I mean by that, right? Heartbreak, when you get dumped. It's like rationally you know, and you always heard of it, and you always seen it happening. That oh, you're going to feel really bad, but eventually you're going to feel better, and you're going to be able to love again, and you're going to get over it. But when it happens to you, then you actually understand why people feel so desperate. And you actually feel the pain first person. And then you're like, oh, okay. I used to kind of know it. I used to know this fact, but now I actually understand it because I felt it. So a lot of the things with dieting is kind of the same. Like I can explain to you all day and how the workouts go and how you're supposed to feel like and how great you're going to feel when you start actually losing the weight that you've been struggling with for your whole fucking life. And I can give you all the details of my journey, but until you go there and do it, you're not going to actually feel it, right? So give it a shot. Something that I still struggle with that I wanted to share is with the weekends. Now, the weekends, I think I've kind of nailed it down to a situation where, I still maintain like the fast and I don't erase all the progress that I've made the whole week because that's a big problem with dieting. People can usually stay consistent during the week because they're busy with work and all that shit. Weekends is like a fuck up, a complete fuck up. People invite you out, you go out, you drink, get food, people together, the whole thing. You guys know how it works. So this scheme that I described to you, this model that I've described to you of how I do the weekends, that's something that's been working for me quite okay. But honestly, it's still pretty fucking hard. A lot of times I will still go and eat like 3 meals a day. And it's very important that you keep trying, right? It's the whole thing with the patience. You have to keep trying, all right? So soon enough, I will start a community to teach about those topics and give the step by step and break down everything and put materials and very specific resources that you guys can use. I'll make that soon. Sometimes I don't know. Check out the description because if I already created it, it's gonna be there. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. God bless. Let me know what you think in the comments. Cheers.